Hey guys. No, we'll go with the transfer window now shut. Let's have a look at Manchester United's window in its entirety. In total, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ins officially for Manchester United, and on the out fronts there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With the transfer window now concluding, let's have a look at Manchester United's window in its entirety. Overall, United turned around quite a bit in a sense. There were 7 ins officially, and there were 10 outs from the first team. There was a load more in terms of youth players and players that haven't played in the first team a lot. So we won't be getting into those as of yet. We'll go into a bit of a deep dive in terms of the collective team of surplus to requirements on Friday. But for this video, I just wanted to do a kind of special NEWTS Talks where we talk about the ins and outs in its entirety. So obviously, it started off with Matheus Cunha for the ins. He arrived basically day one from Wolves. He looked quite promising in the pre-season and obviously in the first few games of the season. He has now picked up an injury. We don't know the extent of that still at this moment in time, so we're still waiting on that. But we'll see how that progresses. At a similar time, we also brought in Diego Leon from Cerro Porteño. That was a kind of agreed deal in January with him staying on loan, I believe it was, and then obviously moving over permanently to United properly. He looks like more of a one for the future. Obviously, it's going to be, well, it most likely will be now, him and Dorgu for the left side, and Dallo as well, kind of filling in at times. But I think he will be a slow progressor. He's obviously quite young still, the Paraguayan international. So I don't think we'll be seeing a lot of him straight away. But I think over time we might see him turn up on the bench, maybe on that left side a couple of times here and there. Then another player we actually didn't talk about, along with Leon, was Enzo Cana Bayek. Signed with a free agent from Le Havre, but he has been loaned back out to Lucerne Sports in Switzerland. I'll be honest, I haven't seen much of him at all, so I can't really comment on him. So we'll keep an eye on him this season, see how he does, and see how he progresses. But next was probably the biggest and longest term in terms of start to finish for the summer, and that was Brian Mbeumo. He came in from Brentford. He has looked phenomenal, lightning fast. The intelligence of up front and the kind of passing and shooting display he's performed so far, I think he's going to be a very good asset for United coming forward. He's got 2 goals now in all competitions, 2 goals in 2 games actually. I'm not sure if he's got any assists yet, but he is looking really good, and I think he will be possibly looking at signing of the summer so far. I know we're only 3 games into the actual season, or 4 games if you count the Carabao Cup as well. So yeah, I think so far he's been the signing of the summer. And then during the Fiorentina game, it was announced, well, he kind of stepped out on the pitch, that Benjamin Šeško had been signed from RB Leipzig. This was kind of swooped in from under the noses of Newcastle. Šeško hasn't really played an absolute ton of games. He played the Grimsby game in its entirety and then took the last penalty, which everyone has scuffed at. There was rumour came through that he was suffering from cramp. I mean, you're a striker and you're taking a penalty. Come on now. But he is being slowly bedded in. We'll see how that progresses. Hopefully, he will become the first choice striker over a long time period. Obviously, a settling in period for a player coming from a different league is different to the likes of Mbermo and Cunha, who have already played in the Premier League and are well known and well versed in it. So I think it will take time for him to progress in. Whether we start to see him more and more within the team now, once this international break has occurred, we'll wait and see. And finally, the final in on transfer deadline day was the goalkeeper of Saint-Lomond, arriving in from Royal Antwerp. There was a bit of a rumour of who would be coming in. Would it be Martinez? Would it be Donnarumma? Would it be Saint-Lomond? It obviously went down the youth route in a sense. He's 23 years of age, a little bit less experienced, but what I've seen of him, he seems to be a very decent shot stopper, and he seems to get Royal Antwerp out of a lot of trouble. Gives De Gea vibes. I'm not saying he will be like De Gea, but it gives that kind of air of De Gea. I'd rather have a shot stopper than a goalkeeper that can play good with his feet. I think the point of a goalkeeper is to be a shot stopper. So yeah, Saint-Lomond in from Antwerp was the final signing. In terms of the outs, obviously Christian Eriksen left at the end of his contract. Johnny Evans retired, and Victor Lindelof left at the end of his contract. He has since gone to Aston Villa. And obviously Evans has been appointed head of loans and pathways at United. So he's obviously going through his retirement. There was a few loans that have gone out. Harry Amas going to Sheffield Wednesday. Toby Collier going to West Brom, which I was a bit surprised by because I thought he would stay around for this season because he has been playing first team football. Although if they had got in a centre midfielder, I wouldn't have been too bothered about Collier going out on loan. My thing with Collier is that I do think he needs game time, so I'm not surprised he's gone out on loan, to be honest. And there was also Ethan Wheatley and Ethan Williams, who've both played first team football. They've both gone out on loan. Wheatley's gone to Northampton Town, and Ethan Williams has gone to Falkirk. There's a few others in there where I can rattle through them in a second once we've gone through the kind of the main outs. The main loan though was Marcus Rashford. Well, there's a few loans actually, 3 more loans. Marcus Rashford left to join Barcelona. He's on a season-long loan with, I believe, an obligation to buy. I'd have to double check that. It might be an option. So he's obviously going to be in Barcelona for the rest of the season. Rasmus Højlund has gone to Napoli on loan with an obligation to buy. And Jadon Sancho, the story continues for Jadon Sancho at United, as he's only gone to Villa on loan. His contract is up at the end of this season. There is an option for a further year, so whether United want to kind of cash in on that, or they want to just wash the hands of Jadon Sancho and let him leave on a free at the end of the season, we'll wait and see. I personally just want to see him go out the door, so I wouldn't be surprised if they don't add on the option. The 2 major outs in terms of permanent outs, Alejandro Garnacho going to Chelsea. It seemed to be Chelsea or bust for Garnacho. There was a lot of interest from other clubs, including Bayern Munich, which I'm surprised that wasn't a head turner for Garnacho. And also, I think there was a couple in Italy as well, maybe Napoli. But obviously, he wanted Chelsea. He got Chelsea. But United waited for the right time for the payment, the right payment, basically. And Anthony wanted Real Betis, got Real Betis, basically moved to Sevilla before it even done. and dusted. He's got his move to Betis. He'll be, I think he'll be a much happier player there. It's just not worked for Anthony and United. And I think he did quite well on loan there last season. I think he'll continue to do well there in La Liga. So I have no ill will against Anthony. He knew what he wanted. He wants to go play football with Betis. It was just a matter of the clubs finalising it. Basically, he was never really an issue. We'll go into a lot more detail with the main players on Friday. But just to summarise, the ins, obviously Matheus Cunha from Wolves, Enzo Quinha-Beck from Le Havre on a free agent, San Lamont from Royal Antwerp, Diego Leon from Cerro Porteño, Brian Burmo from Brentford, and Benjamin Šeško from RB Leipzig. The outs, Sonny Alofri has gone on loan to Notts County. Harry Amas has gone on loan to Sheffield Wednesday. Anthony has moved to Real Betis on a permanent deal. Zach Bauman has moved to Norwich City on a permanent. Toby Collier's out on loan to West Brom. Ethan Ennis has gone to Fleetwood Town on loan. Christian Eriksen was obviously released. Not yet found a club. Johnny Evans has retired and has become head of loans and pathways for United. Alejandro Garnacho gone to Chelsea on a permanent deal. Dan Gore's gone to Rotherham on loan. Hubert Graziak has been released from his contract. Ija Harrison's gone to Shrewsbury Town on loan. Erasmus Hoyland has gone to Napoli on loan. Joe Hugel to Barnet on loan. Luis Jackson has gone to Solihull Moors on a loan deal. Enzo Quinha-Beck, as I mentioned, went to Susan Sport in Switzerland. He's on loan there. Jack Kingdon has gone to Cardiff after being released. Victor Lindelof also was released but has gone to Villa. Jack Morehouse on loan to Leyton Orient. Sam Murray has gone to Carlisle on a permanent. Tom Miles has gone to Rochdale after being released. James Nolan has gone to Marine after being released. Habib Ogunye has gone on loan to Notts County. Marcus Rashford has gone on loan to Barcelona. Jadon Sancho on loan to Aston Villa. Radek Vitek is on loan at Bristol City. We're going to be keeping an eye on him as a goalkeeper. And obviously with the situation we've had with goalkeepers recently, Ethan Williams gone to Falkirk on loan, and Tom Wooster was released. Guys, if you like this video, please leave it a like. If you haven't, leave it a dislike. Comment what you think about United's transfer window. Subscribe if you are new. Until next time, guys. Take care.